Thanks for joining us. This is Live with Miami's Community News, and I'm Michael Muller. I'm here with guest Rick Alberty from ChamberSouth. Thank you very much for being here, Rick.
Thank you for having me, Mike. I appreciate it.
First of all, I want to look at those clothes. You are doing a knock-up job. I don't know if your wife dresses you, but if it's you, you're a better man than I am.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So you've been with the chamber as the president?
I'm the executive director.
Executive director. For how long?
5.5 months.
The changes that I've seen, the improvements that I've seen are just tremendous. The level of energy that you have and the inclusiveness, right? And we see it not just in the marketplace, but at our events, you bring more people than before. And we understand you're having an event, ChamberSouth event, one of your monthly events, which is tomorrow.
It's next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
Yep.
All right. Tell us who's going to be there.
It's our monthly luncheon, and this month we really try to recognize the women leaders who shape South Florida. We have Jackie Nesball, which is NBC6.
And we have that on the screen right now.
We do. And she's the NBC6 anchor woman. And she's a phenomenal moderator. She's great. We have Milagros Cubeli, which is the first female CEO of a professional rugby team called the Miami Sharks, which started their schedule just a couple of weeks ago.
And we don't want to mess with any of the players.
Oh, absolutely not. I'll tell you what, they're doing fantastic. They really are. They're second overall in the United States right now. So they're doing
right here
for
Miami.
Right here.
Okay.
And then we got Sharia Green, which is the director of Miami-Dade Corrections. And she's always a fun person to speak with, and she's a great person overall. And then we have our own Daylin Rodriguez, which is the general manager of Dadeland Mall, and she's also a board member of ChamberSouth. And we're proud of that.
By the way, the director of the
Miami-Dade Corrections?
Yeah, the Miami-Dade Corrections. I know somebody here in the building whose father worked there for many, many years. That's Rachel, right over there, is producing the show.
Right.
And we had a pleasure of meeting her a few months ago, right? And really a go-to lady that can take care of that. You know, as we go along in life, you realize that we have to, in this field, we have to bring forth people that are shining. Because there are these little girls, little boys that are looking, say, I want to be like that. And it's our job to bring that forward so people can look and have that conversation. I like a job over there, or I like that person. And I think you're doing a responsible thing in bringing this wide range of people, right, to do that.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I want to mention, if you don't mind, as you know, you and I speak all the time, and we added 8 board members onto our board. When we did that, we also added several committees to our organization. And right now, we have our new website that just launched this week. And yesterday, I requested, and we sent out to all of our membership who would like to join a committee. And if you don't mind, I want to take a second to let people know why is it important to join a committee in a chamber. It's not just to spend more time, to be more involved. But in reality, it's not just being involved. You're shaping the future of our chamber, and you're also shaping the future of the community. What do I mean by that? The message that we send out to our community is important, but the people that become a member of one of our committees are the ones that step up and are a board member in our chamber later on, because now they know the inner workings of a chamber. And that's what we're looking for the young people. Come on over, be a member of our committee, go up the ranks and be part of our board.
So often people think, oh, well, the chambers are for old people. There's no place, all right, for young people. But tell us why that's not true.
That's absolutely not true, because in a chamber, you are involved with community leaders. You are involved with politicians. You are involved with business people. You will learn all about small businesses and what they have to do to be successful. The majority of most chambers are not Fortune 100 companies. The majority of chambers are the small business owners, the mom and pops. Why? Because they're the ones that need the exposure. They're the ones that need an organization like ours to bring people to their location so they can see their business and hopefully improve business.
When you say in their business, because you do meetings at your members' businesses.
One of the things that we instituted when I came in was to make sure that we go visit our members. And how do I do that? They can either have what we call a rise and shine event. It's a breakfast. Get there early. We have light bites, coffee, and we have a small gathering, 30, 40, 50 people at their location. And then the business owner gets to speak for 3 to 5 minutes to the group about their business.
How great that is that you can bring people to your business, all right? You don't have to go out and get them by virtue that you're in this tribe, if you will. Say, come on over to my house for a little while,
Exactly.
so we can share this, so people can see it and start making determinations whether they want to have a conversation with that person about business. So often people think, well, I'm only going to join because I'm going to get business. I'm going to go and I'm going to pass out my business cards. That's a really old mindset, but tell us the end result of people when they get involved.
Well, the end results depends on the person that gets involved. Many people get involved and they think, okay, now I'm part of the chamber. All these members are going to come to my business. It doesn't work that way. If you cannot join a chamber and dedicate some time to it, and it doesn't have to be a lot of time, pick 1 or 2 events a month. If those work for you, stick with those. If not, try different ones. Try to visit other business members' locations and try to have an event at your location if you have a brick and mortar location. And if you don't, come visit our events. But it's not come visit and stand on the wall. It's come and visit and shake hands, introduce yourself, let them know who you are, what you do, and why you're there. A lot of people don't realize that everybody else that's in that event is there to meet people too.
I used to be involved in some organization. We would fly around the country, and frequently when we were in the ballroom of a hotel, they would say, for everybody in the hallway, don't miss this event by 50 feet.
You're so right.
To your point, just get there. And I know a lot of people are shy, so go find one person that you know and have that conversation. So what do you do to help people who are a little bit shy, that haven't been there enough to where they're not fluid with that? What can you do to help them and get them a little bit calmer?
What a great question. What a great question. I tell all of my board members, when you're at an event, don't sit together. Don't go visit, go talk to the people that are there. Go talk to our members. Introduce them to other members. As you know, I've only been here 5.5 months, but in those 5.5 months, I've already met a lot of our members. Now I have the opportunity to introduce new members to other members. Introduce them, and hopefully there's synergies between them.
One of the things, granted, I've been fortunate to do these type of shows now for many years. I've become a better person because of it. And having conversations with people that I've never met before, never had a conversation with. And I've grown as a person in being able to talk with somebody and let them express themselves and get them to tell their story. And so I think what happens in meetings like that, after somebody goes a couple times, right, get a little more comfortable. So if somebody has like this really deep question, hopefully they'll call you up and they'll say, listen, Rick, I've never been in a chamber before. What do I do? And so you're going to help them walk through that.
There's no doubt. As a matter of fact, someone just emailed me 2 days ago, and they've never been involved with the chamber. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what to do. And I let them know, don't just join. Come try.
Yeah.
Put your foot in the water. Make sure it's okay. Make sure that this is for you. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to introduce you to people. And then I want you to think of us as an extension of your marketing arm.
So when we do some meet and greets here, and we have our other events that we do, and when I tell our team members, you can go knock on doors and whatever is one-on-one, you can go do that, or show up at our events and be there. You have between 75 and 200 people. Go to town, have a good time, introduce yourself to people. And those events are pretty relaxed. And you're not there like, I want you to buy whatever I'm selling.
Exactly.
That's a great time for people to really learn to grow as we all are growing here. So we have next week for the events for ChamberSouth. Tell us what does the rest of March and April look like?
Okay, so we have our luncheon on the 12th. On the 18th, we're doing something that has never been done before. First time ever of a collaboration between ChamberSouth, 5 BNI chapters, the RAL Chamber, and we're having that at the EB Hotel in the airport, Miami Airport. So I thought to myself, okay,
Self.
we're going to try this one. We're going to see how it goes.
So BNI is business networking.
Business networking institutions, I
Right.
believe is what it's. But there's BNI chapters all over the world. So, but there's 5 of them that are involved in this event. And I said, okay, we are ChamberSouth. Does that mean that we can only have events from South Miami South? No, we can have events anywhere that our people go to because our members are everywhere.
That's an interesting thing where, if you've ever owned an old home and you go, well, we want to remodel it, and you wind up putting an air conditioner in the same place it was before, and the same window and the same door and everything. And to your point, if you can look around and say, we don't have to be stuck in this box that we all created. And what caused you and the other people to want to do that together?
It's just my conversations with some of our members, and they asked me, would you be open to it? Because nobody else has. Absolutely, I'm open to it. And you know what, Mike? That is on March 18th, and we already have 62 people signed up
And where's that going to be?
at the EB Hotel all the way in the Miami Airport.
Okay. That's a good time to get people to stretch out a little bit to go to do that.
Exactly.
It's interesting that you brought that up. We've been doing events for, I don't know, 15, 20, 25 years, I think. For the first time ever, one of our clients asked us if we would do one of our events, would typically at Casa Cuba, and it's a bank, in their lobby. And I went, and way out of our area. And I said, yes, because we're going to meet this challenge and be able to go out of our area, find new people, get new people that would go there, and it's going to be at 5:30 in one afternoon, and this brand new thing. Why? Because we know that we each have to grow.
And it's a beautiful location, and we will be there in April.
So all those things matter. And when one can get involved in a chamber and business organization, all these ideas just pop into your head about the possibilities.
There's no doubt.
So April, so you're gonna have a full April. And tell us about if somebody wants to get on the committee, what type of committees do you have?
That's a great question also. Before I'm going to jump to the committees, I want to finish in March. We still have other items. We're also going to have an event at the Oasis, which is down south. We have a night networking event there. We already have 32 people signed up for that one. We want to get 50 before the 20th of March. But let's talk about those committees. In the committees, we have several committees. We have our events committee, which is the one that helps us put all the events that we put together and how we structure them in a location. Right now, they're doing mostly the luncheons. I'm doing the breakfast and the night networkers. But now we're going to add committee members, and they're going to help me with that. We have a global affairs committee. Global affairs committee is to really let our small businesses know that there are ways to do business outside of the United States, and you don't have to be a Fortune 100 company to do that. So I'm bringing consul generals in from around the area to let our people know, our small business owners know how to get involved and how to do business abroad. We have Chamber NXT, the young people, next level. So we have a tremendous turnout for our monthly pickleball events, which is tomorrow. No, tonight.
Tonight.
It is tonight.
I don't see your tennis, your shoes.
No, because I'm going to be at a ribbon cutting at Fogo de Chao tonight. But the pickleball events are getting tremendous traction. So we have Chamber NXT, we have International Relations, we have the Events Committee, we have a Trustee Committee, we have a ad hoc committee for all of our galas, and we have the Small Business Resource Committee, which to me is one of the most important ones, because those are the ones that we're going to do lunch and learn, breakfast and learn. And what I mean by lunch and learn or breakfast and learn, bring the small business owners in, show them how to become minority certified, how to get a business loan at a low rate, how to get a financial plan done for free, all those things that they don't have time.
And you do that at the location on 80th Street?
Depending. It could be at our location or it could be at a restaurant. One of them that we're going to start doing, I visited with Kitchen 57 yesterday in South Miami, and I think we're going to start holding some lunches there. Support the community, support the local business.
And it's so nice to see things getting reinvigorated. And sometimes you think, well, we'll just do what we did yesterday. All right.
No way.
You got to be not just do new things, but you have to be able to look down the road and say, where's that? As Wayne Gretzky said, don't go where the puck is. You got to go where it's going.
Yeah.
And is the chamber involved in finding experts in AI and having that conversation with your businesses?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, AI, IT, super important in today's world. 3 lunches ago was about artificial intelligence, and that'll be again this year because that changes every day. Artificial intelligence changes every day. Our new website launched on Monday, and you'll see somebody there speaking about our chamber with a beautiful background, and it's all AI. It's not a real person. It's an artificial intelligence speaking about our chamber in a manner that speaks even better than me about our chamber.
So a lot of people get sort of scared when you say AI, but the reality is if you text people, that's artificial intelligence that's finishing your sentence. And we know with Google, you can have the letters rewritten, all right, instantly. And what you realize is you put it in, ask for some help on Gemini or whatever it is, and bingo. And the only way people can do it is that they have to do it. And you could do it by yourself, or you could take a couple hours of classes or ask somebody, but you just got to try it, and it'll be amazing, the changes and the improvements. So AI has been public awareness in a wholesale way is maybe a year or two. It's massively acceptable at this point.
Totally. I mean, even myself, an old guy, if I can do it, you can do it. Anyone can do it. AI right now, when you put in, I type it up a certain way, help me, they reword it, re-put it, and it's like, wow, why didn't I think of it that way?
In the most simplistic things, you could write something, they could put it together with all your information. You have to feed in the right information. You have to ask the right questions, say the right things to get the answer that you want. It's the life itself. And if you're a prosecuting attorney, you got to write it. You got to say it the right way.
Exactly.
You could get that story, that letter, and you could have all different levels of difficulty in the reading of it. You can make it 6th grade level, 12th grade level, master's, PhD. The same information.
Absolutely.
I play around with that. And I said, do the PhD thing. Oh my God. No, put it down to 6th grade. Right?
Absolutely. And you know what? Even a lot of people fear that it's going to take my job. It's going to take my job. It's going to take my job. It could take some jobs, but it's only going to take the job if it can do it better.
Right. And obviously, there are lots of ways that people move around, before there were computers like we had, there was the old typesetting machines. Okay. Yeah, those typesetters lost their job. But guess what? Then we had computers. We're able to do that. So we have to be able to adapt, frequently. So tell us about some of the folks that are on the executive board at ChamberSouth.
The beauty of our organization is that you got a great mixture. You got a great mixture of large corporations like the University of Miami, Baptist Hospital, Dadeland Mall, Florida Power and Light, large corporations. And then you got small businesses like New Edge Associates it's really just a couple of folks that have been very successful in talent acquisition and in banking. And then you also even have smaller firms like, there's some small firms on our board right now which are beginning to get the exposure that they need to continue to grow.
See, and you put up the exact example, which is you get on those committees and you can have more conversations with people that you would like to meet. What a great thing. So you're all sitting around, got 10 people or 15, whatever it is. What a great opportunity. And for most small businesses to be able to go meet those people, very difficult. So this opens the door, to that. So if you would, Rick, give us a little background and why you chose to work with the ChamberSouth at this point.
Another good question. You know what? I enjoy being out in the community. I enjoy meeting people and I enjoy helping people. You know what? You don't have to be a member of ChamberSouth for me to help you. I've had people call me and I've made introductions to other people and I've helped them, guide them in a certain way to make sure they get the proper connections. But helping people is number one. And there's a lot of people out there that, you know, nickel and dime you to death, to try to help. I don't play that game. I'm not there for that. If you're a small business owner, I'm going to try to help you as much as possible with the least amount of money spent out of your pocket. Of course, we're a member-based organization without certain fees for membership or certain fees for events, and not all of our events are cost you anything. There's a lot of free events going on right now, but without that, we can't operate,
Yeah.
and I can't continue to help out.
People, obviously, if they want to meet a lot of folks, they could hire somebody to go do it and go knock on doors. But here's a great opportunity to get in this, again, this very soft relationship that's there. Hi, how are you? And you don't even have to talk about business. Just are there.
You're
And nobody wants to be jumped on, all right, for a product that somebody's selling. Years ago, I belonged to an organization, and they had asked you to come speak. And I spent the whole time thanking the people that did business with us, all right? I wasn't trying to sell anything. I said, I want to thank this person. And there were 27 people in that group that were doing business with us.
That's incredible. See,
And I want to show my appreciation. I'm not there to sell widgets, all right? I'm there to thank them. And almost none of them I could do business back with. I just didn't have a need for that product. But they felt a desire to do business with us, and I wanted to show that appreciation. And so one of the things that we ask folks to do is thank that person, all right, for the opportunity to talk to them or the business, because we know if you don't, you know what, they're just going to go away.
you know that that's so important because many chambers, I think, go about it the wrong way. We hunt them to become a member. I don't do that. I say, come visit us, come be with us, take your time whenever you're ready. But you know what? They always come.
Yes. So, and as far as people joining business organizations in the South End, there's South Dade Chamber, then there's Palmetto Bay, Pinecrest, Kendall, ChamberSouth over a big area, Coral Gables, a couple other ones. There's Doral, Aventura, and there are lots of places where people can go, whether you call it a Rotary, all right, or you call it BNI or
business association.
ChamberSouth or whatever it is. And there are also other groups. There's the Latin American Chamber of Commerce. There's Hispanic, and there's a whole bunch, the LBA, whole bunch of places where people can go, and it takes it away from cold calling on folks. So let's talk about, again, on some of the new committees that you just started. Tell us about those.
Okay. One of the new committees is, like I mentioned, International Relations and the Small Business Committee. To me, those are two that are really going to make an impact because those are two that were not here before. We did have the Events Committee here before, and we did have the Trustee Committee. It wasn't really moving as much, but those two are the ones that I really want to expand on and bring people on. The Small Business Resource Committee could really have an impact in our community, and that's important for the small business owner. And the International Relations Committee, where we bring the consul generals in, you can call it Global Affairs, International Relations. You're going to bring in the consul generals. You're gonna be able to give them exposure to the community and give the community exposure to the consul generals. When do you meet a consul general? When do you have the opportunity to meet a trade commissioner? You got to go. You got to get past the door. Look at, in our last luncheon, we had Inter Miami, we had the Marlins, we had the Dolphins. You can go to one luncheon and speak to people from all those organizations. Our last trustee event was held at the Berry Farms. I took a young lady that's not even a member yet from Get Your Guide. She's been trying to talk to Eric from the Berry Farm for months. I said, come on, you can be my guest. Take her. Met them. They spoke. You never know.
So the Japanese consulate, Nakai, he would show up at a lot of our events, and every couple of weeks he would have an event at his house. He would have 8 to 10 people. So even somebody of that level, his job was to let people know about Japan and about the services that he could provide. And it was an honor to go there. I was there a couple times, and it was wonderful.
Great guy.
And it would be an individual menu, all right? and it was all served perfectly. It was a wonderful experience. So the point is that even level people on that do something similar, like they put together groups of people, and you can have that conversation. We are so pleased that ChamberSouth is really moving forward. My hat's off to you, and for the people that are involved, I hope that they can get excited and feel and be part of it, and on whatever level that they're able to do that.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate all your assistance. You know that we love the partnership with Miami Community Newspapers. I mean, that's a partnership that I talk about all the time, and I try to back all the time. So we appreciate the partnership.
Well, our pleasure. And again, in a couple of weeks, we have an event over at Casa Cuba, and we've already lining up the ones after that and the ones after that. And as it becomes available, we'll let you know.
We got 32 more people for next week for Casa Cuba.
Oh, very good.
You're ready.
It's wonderful. And we're going to look right into this red camera over here. And Rick, you're going to take us out.
Thank you very much for being here today, Mike.